G'day mateys! Dreamcast came from a friend of mine, got it from overseas, didn't think about it, see, made in China, NTSC-U. He didn't think about it when he plugged it into the wall. He saw a figure 8 lead, AC, whacked it in, 240 volts into the back of a 110 volt unit, so it made lots of smoke and it requires a new power supply. So we had a couple of options open to us. We could fit a original power supply into it, a second-hand one, which means we'd have to recap and everything else. Or, in a magic box arrived today, AliExpress. In here is a plug pack. Open it up for you. Doing an unboxing, look at that. So there we go, we have a nice little plug pack. 110 to 240 volt, yay, 12 volt. This lead here, we're in Australia, so that's not going to suit, so bye-bye, off that goes. That's great. And then it comes with the Pico power supply, look. So, nice little 3D printed plug to go in the back to replace the old figure 8 port here. We'll mount this inside. It's got the connector for the Dreamcast. Also, it looks like a fan header as well. So we'll pull this open and we will give it a go. So, flip it around. 4 screws. So first thing we need to do is remove the modem. So just push down and over. There we go. Don't see those all the time. So little modem that Dreamcast could have used back in the day. So put that aside. Phillips head screwdriver. Look, someone has been trying to get in here previously. Look at all that big tube marks. So in here we go. 1 screw done. Go for another one. I should have magnetised this screwdriver, but anyhow. Hey, it is magnetised. Lo and behold. 1 screw out. Three undone. That one doesn't want to come out. There we go. So flip her over. Bit of a wiggle. There we go. Lid is off. Put it to the side. So you can clearly see cap has exploded. I would say a lot more has exploded, to be quite honest, but that's what I can easily quite see. So we'll unplug this. May still be some residual power in here, so be careful guys, don't zap yourselves. Okay, we can see we've got a bit of fluff in here, so we'll do a bit of a clean on this. So screwdriver, in we go. Mats are great, got all the different compartments for putting stuff, makes things so much easier. So that's 2 screws. Is it only 2 screws? Maybe. Having a bit of a look. Bring it around. Yeah, I think you just got a nice little pull. There we go. So there's your power supply. You can clearly see that is, as I like to call it, cactus puptus. You'll get used to my little terminologies. The rest of it's not too bad. So look. It's probably the reg as well as gone, but it's 110 volt. Here in Australia we're 240, so look, I'll put it aside and it'll be there for parts. If I need any bits and pieces, there'll be a couple of things, a couple of regulators here, 12 volt and a 5 volt from memory, so pop that aside. So here's the new, look at the size difference, look at that. This little thing here replaces all of that, mainly because this is just low voltage. This is 110 or 240 down to the 5 and 12 that she normally uses. Open her up, pull her out. Now, I don't know how this is actually going to mount in here. So, it obviously goes down here and pushes down. Oh, look at that. It actually lines up with one of the original holes. So we can get our original screw, push that in, screw that down. Here's our AC cable. Quite odd. See this one here, and I said I didn't know where it goes. Well, obviously that now Goes into there. We'll have to probably pull that back a little bit. We don't want it getting in the way, so we'll move that over. Here is our new DC jack in, and it just fits into here. Push it in. It's a bit of a tight fit. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look how pro that looks. So that's actually done. So I'm actually going to reroute that because I'm not happy with that. So let's pull it out. Let's screw out. Lift it up. Because it comes from the front anyhow. So let's just move it back down this way. That's much better. Move that to the side. That's better. Remove you. It's just for the on-off switch is what it is actually for. There we go. That's much better. So that's back in. We'll put that screw back in. That's that. I will check the battery in here. I'm sure it's probably going to be flat. I haven't got any of the battery changes, so what we will do, we will check it, and I'll have a chat to Chris, the owner, and see if he wants me to go ahead and update it. If I do, I'll order the coin battery slot. We'll actually trim a little section of the resistor here. We'll put a diode in, and then we'll put a standard cell in here. So it's a case in future you just be able to pop a standard cell out, pop it in, because currently this is a rechargeable one. But they have a habit of dying over the years. But we'll check that, and if it's okay, we'll leave it for now. If not, we'll see what Chris wants to do. So actually, let's do that. Let's check it. So multimeter, here it is. Helps if I flip it around the right way. I've left it on. How lovely. So there we go. Voltage currently set to DC. Here's our prongs. So this side will be positive, this will be negative, so we'll swap those around. Let's have a look what voltage it's at. Look at that. It's absolutely stone cold dead. So there is nothing in it. It is not a happy camper. So yeah, so as I said, they do normally go flat. It is flat. Look, all it does is hold the date and time, so you can just keep resetting it every time you turn the Dreamcast on, but it's annoying. It's a bit frustrating. Also a bit of fluff in here. You can see that there's bits of dirt, so see I've got my airbrush, my air duster can here, so we'll give it a bit of a spray out and make it look as good as new. Turn the multimeter off. Here we go. Chris hasn't asked for full service, but I'll just do a bit of a rough clean up. We'll just put the nozzle in here. They never stay. You might hear my dogs running around in the background, by the way. Yeah, look at that, much better. It isn't actually air that's in this, because putting compressed air into a container, the pressure would have to be quite high, so the container would have to be super strong. So they actually put a different kind of gas in here, which just comes out and works like compressed air, but it's not really compressed air. So just a bit of background for you. It had to be a very big container to. While we're here, we might as well clean this laser. So not going to spray compressed air on it, however. Got a little bit of IPA here. This is 99.8% alcohol. So, yeah, squirt a little bit of that onto here. I'll just do it down here. There we go. Nice little Q-tip. I'll just give that a bit of a rub. Bit of a clean. Yeah, oh, look at that. There's a little bit of dirt on there. So it was a little bit dirty. We'll use a dry end now. I might as well just go around the rest of the mechanism. Get rid of any junk. See there's a bit of a hair there. So clean. So look, that is actually done. So what I'll do, I'll plug it in a second, and we'll check that she actually does turn on. Be quite interesting to see. So back in just a sec, because I'm actually on a dog grooming table in the middle of the lounge room today because it's a bit cold outside. I wanted to stay warm, and the workshop's a little bit cold, so I thought I'd just set up on the dog grooming table for a change. And yeah, so I'll pause this and I'll be back with power in just a minute. Okay, we're back. We've got 240 volts. So, brand new power supply. Nice twisty ties, always twisty ties. Pull it out. Fabulous. Pop it in. Oh, that's snug. That's good. Now, we need our figure 8 lead, which is here. I prepared one earlier. Let's pop it in. Oh, pretty blue LED. Look at that. Let's turn it on, see if she works. Hey, I can hear the fan. Everything else is happening. Good. Here's the lid sensor. You can see the laser moving up and down. It's fabulous. So I don't have any Dreamcast games here to actually test this fully, but it's turning on. That's what we needed. I wasn't doing that before. Right, turn her off and we'll be done. Fan sounding pretty good. Not too bad. These can be a bit noisy, some of the Dreamcasts. A couple of mods you can get 3D printed in to go in here with a noctua fan. I bet you I just pronounced that incorrectly, but that's alright, we'll get there in the end. And there's a couple of upgrades. You can also put like a GD-ROM in here and replace this with a drive emulator. So that's probably something that Chris will be doing a little bit further down the track, I would think. Okay, well, this is a win. We'll put the lid back on it. I'll let you see me do that, and then we are done for the day. Done. That is snug. Very snug. Pop the hair out. Great. Okay, so let's pop the lid back on. Make sure the lid does go back on. Yeah, it's a bit tight of this 3D printed section here. So let's spin it around. And I'll have to wiggle it in a bit. There we go. Nice and tight. That really does look good. I like it when people 3D print and make it all look snug. It's great. Okay, flip it around. Pop back in these screws. So replacing the power supply isn't too hard, but you have to be careful because there can be voltage in those old power supplies and you don't want to zap yourself, trust me. I have a background in electronics, so I know what to look out for and what not to touch. If you're not comfortable, just get someone who knows what they're doing to have a look at it for you. I'm based in Melbourne, in Australia. Currently doing a lot of this stuff because we're in lockdown, stage 4 lockdown, so we can only go out for exercise once a day for an hour. We're not allowed to leave a 5-kilometre radius from our homes at the moment, unless you have a special work permit. And you can only one person from the household is allowed to go shopping. So it's, while all this, what shall we say, Voldemort is happening, you know, the thing that shall not be named, that's what we're having to put up with at the moment. But look, things will get better. And that's why you're getting these videos. That's why we're starting up the channel, do something constructive at the time. So there you go, that's lovely. That's all done. We'll have to grab some AC leads because I don't have any for the Dreamcast. It's one of the only consoles I don't have in my collection. We'll show you my collection another time. Do a bit of a walkthrough in the game room that we're setting up there, and you'll get to enjoy it. Well, in the meantime, thanks guys.